What's up, everyone? Adrian Morrison here, and I want to welcome you to the Profit Power Hour. I hope that everybody is having a fantastic night. I hope that you're prepared to learn some amazing strategies, and I've got some really cool stuff to show you. I'm just getting everything set up real quick. I'm running a little bit behind today or tonight, depending on where you are in the world. And, last week we had a phenomenal webinar, just an absolutely phenomenal webinar, whereby we went in and I showed you a campaign or a product, if you will, because there's a couple of different pieces to that product that has done over $100,000 in sales. How many of you were on here for that webinar last week? Just go ahead, type in money signs if you were on here last week. All right. I see tons and tons and tons of people. Oh, actually, sorry, everything just froze up. Give me just a second here. Go figure, eh? All right, there we go. Type in money signs if you were on here last week. All right, very, very good. So everybody should be able to see the screen right now. We'll talk more about that campaign. GoToWebinar is just super, super funky. All right, so let's, I'm just getting everything ready. Okay, got it. Sorry, guys. I'm super ADD, super ADD. I apologize for that. Everybody should be able to see the screen. Listen, on the right-hand side, we've got my social media. Make sure that you follow me there. On the left-hand side, we've got our Shopify tools. Now, if you're brand spanking new to the webinars, don't go like to every single one of those tools and try to get them all right now. It's okay to take your time with that. They're always there. They're suggested tools that can help you optimize your store over time. And tonight we are giving away some cash money, which I am super excited about. Let me go ahead and see if I can get my webcam on. We can go ahead and get right to the training. So let's get this webcam on real fast. And let's see if it pops on. Okay, what's up, everybody? Yes, today I am standing up, and I have a stand-up desk, and most of the time I'm sitting down, but lately I just really feel like I need to be standing up. I have lots of energy and a lot of excitement. So you'll see me looking this way because this is the monitor that's being shared. The camera's over here. Okay, awesome. So what I want to do is I want to get everybody to go into our Facebook group and share with everyone that we are live. We're on our webinar now, and we are going to go over how to double dip your profits on this campaign that I showed you last week. But moreover, this is applicable to any product that you're marketing, right? So any product that you're marketing that you have success with, you need to have an ascension model, right? You need to have a way that you can get a bunch of people in buying a cheaper product, volume, a lot of customers, and then ascend them to the next level. So let's quickly review after everybody goes to our Facebook group and types this in, what we did last week and how we can expand on that to double dip. So go to our Facebook group and just say, Adrian showing us how to use the 120K campaign to double dip our profits. If you're not a member of the group just yet, go to facebook.com/group/profitph. It's right there on the screen. And apply to be in the group, and we'll get you approved probably within the next couple of hours, right? But for everybody else, just remind people to hop on before the webinar maxes out. Awesome. And yes, I have a haircut, and it's phenomenal because my hair was just getting absolutely crazy. My mom cut my hair, and I think she did a pretty good job. All right. So let's look at last week. What did we go over last week while everybody is typing that in? So if you go into your Access Adrian members area, and I know for those of you that go to my webinars every week, you're like, oh my gosh, Adrian does this every week, but we have tons of new people that get on, so I got to go over this and make it quick. If you go into your Access Adrian members area, you scroll down, under my courses and software, you should see the Profit Power Hour. That's the webinar that we're on now. And if you click this and hit access now, it's going to take you to your free members area where you can look at the archives of all the webinars I've done throughout the years, as you can see. And so you would go in and you would look at last week's August 4th webinar here, and it's going to walk you through this epic product that we started advertising, and something that we've absolutely crushed it with that's going to be hot. I really feel like this is going to be a sizzling product offer, given the fact that face masks are selling like crazy right now, and we're moving into Halloween season, and this is kind of like a dual purpose thing right here for the holiday season, and on top of that, just, you know, being smart and staying healthy, at least in my opinion. So I don't know if y'all saw this, but on my Instagram, I posted the other day, some guy sent me a message and said, take your mask off, you idiot, because I was taking delivery of a boat that I bought, and the delivery guy was, you know, he's coming from Florida, which has tons of COVID in Florida, and so I was wearing a filtered face mask, and so this smart, intelligent person decided they were just going to direct message me and tell me I'm an idiot for wearing a mask. So better safe than sorry. I kind of live a lot by Pascal's wager. If you've never heard of that, look it up. And it's just called making the smartest decision and the safest decision. Okay, so anyways, I'm ADD, so I got off on a path there. We started building out an ad for this product, and I actually showed you how to write an ad for the product. I showed you where the product is on AliExpress, so go watch it. And I actually even let you watch me build an ad in Photoshop so you could see exactly how I would advertise this particular product right here. And so this is what we did last week right here, right? So we showed a couple of variations of this product, and you know, obviously there are more variations, so you would ideally want to split test, but you're not just showing the one variation, aka the skull, in your ad. You want to show people that your store has options. If you're selling these types of masks, then you want to show people that, hey, look, we get it. Not everybody wants to wear a skull over their face, but maybe you want, you know, some of these other really cool, fun designs. And I'm telling you, they sell like straight fire. It's just it's always been a killer product. And I was selling these before COVID-19, way before COVID-19. So these don't just sell because people are, you know, wearing masks now for health reasons. We actually discovered a niche that was really, really popular with these masks, and it was the biker niche, Harley Davidson riders, street bike riders, because they wear these masks to protect their face while they're riding bikes. Now, of course, the veteran targeting and niche is going to be hot with this. So this is something that's applicable across a couple of different demographics or avatars, if you will. So this is an example of an ad that we would put on Facebook and that we would run targeted traffic to in the biker community specifically, right? That's the community I was targeting, and absolutely crushed it. So we're not selling these necessarily as protect yourself and protect others from the pandemic. This is just a product that bikers buy. And I'll admit it, I didn't totally discover this product myself. I was in a mastermind, and one of my buddies I mastermind with, he was like, dude, I got this killer campaign. It's making thousands of dollars a day, and I'm going to share it with you, because we always would share campaign information with each other. And I'd be like, yo, check this out. And it was mutually beneficial because we both made money and we both shared campaigns with each other. We both made more money. Why? Because neither of us can afford to buy all the traffic that's on Facebook. It's impossible, right? So, you know, sharing is caring, and sharing also does not hurt me. All these people saying, oh, I mean, competition, Adrian. I'm like, yo, is your bank account big enough to buy all the traffic on Facebook? Because unless it is, then don't worry about competition, right? Nobody can afford all of the traffic for themselves. This isn't Google, where he who pays the most or she who pays the most is at the top. Facebook rotates your ads across like evenly. So there's no such thing as competition necessarily, right? With Facebook ads, my opinion. Someone else may disagree, but that's why I share campaigns with you. This is not going to hurt me to share this campaign with you. It's going to help you, right? And in turn, that's going to help me because you're going to get motivated. You're going to get on these webinars more often, and hopefully you become a great, like, big testimonial and success student. That's what I want. That's what I thrive off of, right? All right, so this is the product. Now, what I want to do is I want to walk y'all through a training that I put together and that I've been doing recently for a couple of partners and friends of mine. This is just a random slide that's within it because I usually introduce myself and say, here's the people that I worked with and all that. But what I want to talk to you about is I want to talk to you about how you can ascend your customers and how you can double dip on this $120,000 case study that I presented to you. So, all right, there are two really important profit ingredients to running a 7-figure store, which is what I run, right? And the profit ingredients really rely on you getting a higher average order value, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about not the 5 phases of targeting, but this accelerator funnel that we've put together. And we're going to show you how I went from getting stuck at an average order value of $20. Now, what is an average order value? That is the average amount of money that my average customer spends on my store, right? So the greater your average order value is, the more profitable your store is going to be. I mean, think about it. Any store, physical stores, anywhere, right? They come in, someone comes into that store and spends $25. Every person that comes in spends $25, right? Do you agree that that store would like for people to spend more than $25? Yes. Would they make more money? Yes. So they have to go in and they say, oh my gosh, everybody's only spending $25. How do I increase the average order value? What can I offer with the products that people are buying to get them to spend more money, right? Okay, so I was stuck at this $25 or so, $25 to $30 average order value because I was selling cheap products from AliExpress. And then I was able, and this is a long time ago, I figured this out, but I did this for a year before I figured it out. I was able to 3x my profits, 2 to 3x. And you can see this massive increase right there where the circle and the arrow is in my average order value. We got people to start spending more money. We started with products like the skull mask that I showed you, and then we were able to go in and build a niche product funnel, right, on top of that product, and we were able to generate more sales and get people to buy more stuff, right? So ultimately, what we did is we started out with free plus shipping. We still do to this day. You can start out if you want, if you like doing retail, at like a $5 flash sale where you charge $5 for the skull mask, but you charge $4.95 for the shipping. Still $9.95. It doesn't matter how you chop it up. If it's free plus shipping, people are still paying $10. If it's a $5 flash sale plus $4 shipping, people are still paying $10, right? So it's just, how do you want to frame it? And that's what we did at step number 1, is we found a cheap product, and you could just say this is a skull mask, and we started selling a boatload of it. But our average order value was only $20. So we're like, okay, how do we get people, how do we convince people to buy more and to spend more money, right? That's the main goal that we have here, because we had a lot of customers, right? We were selling tens of thousands of this product. This is just a presentation showing one of the products, which was a dog collar, right? But you know, we sold an immense amount of the skull mask. So we're like, what if each of those 65,000 customers had have spent more than 11 bucks? What if they had spent 15? What if they had spent 30? Well, I'll tell you, let's just do a little bit of math here. And this is why it's important to always look at the strategies that can help you identify and double dip with your profits, okay? So let me just pull up my calculator real quick, because y'all know I'm really, really bad at math. So here's my calculator. And let's just say out of 65,150, this is a really old screenshot too, so it's way bigger number than that now. But anyways, 65,157. And let's just say that each of those customers spent a minute additional $5 when they were shopping on our store. How to get them to spend just another $5? All right, so times 5. Well, that would be $325,000 cash money in the bank, right? So the strategy that I'm going to show you tonight, and the idea process that I'm going to show you tonight, is designed, right, long term to help businesses that are scaling earn hundreds of thousands of extra dollars just by applying one simple strategy, or tens of thousands of dollars, or thousands of dollars, or hundreds of extra dollars. It just depends on what level you're at. But the numbers don't lie. If you can get customers to spend more money on the products on your store, not necessarily by increasing the price point, but getting them to buy other additional products while they're shopping, then you can absolutely crush it. So this is the customer ascension model. It's a mixture of AliExpress items and print on demand. It could be AliExpress items and other AliExpress items. It doesn't matter if it's AliExpress or print on demand. But what we did in the dog niche is we started out with a little, cheap trinket LED dog collar, or we started out with the skull face mask. And we acquired those customers, and then we started looking for other higher ticket products to email market to them with, and then also to cross sell them. Cross sells are huge, huge, huge. I'm going to show you a quick example, okay? The idea was people are coming in for the hot product. That's your skull mask, that's your LED collar, that's your whatever, your cheap AliExpress style product. But here's what I want to show you, okay? So if I come over here to AliExpress, all right, here we are. Here's where that skull mask is, that cheap, sizzling product that we can sell a lot of. And we know that we're targeting bikers, right? That we're targeting people that are interested in riding bikes, which we are, because that's the targeting that I had a lot of success with, right? The targeting that I had success with was targeting related to Harley Davidson, street bike clubs, right? That's the niche that we were really hitting. So it stands to reason that if I came over here to AliExpress and I typed in, let's just say Harley biker, I don't know, okay? We've got biker jackets, lots of biker jackets. It looks like some Justice League stuff. A chain brush cleaner, that would be something that might be ideal for a biker. All right, you've got, looks like biker windshields, windscreens. You've got biker gloves. All right, so a lot of bikers will wear really cool looking gloves. So this product here, higher ticket, right? Starting at $6.17. I'd probably mark it up to about $20 or so for a pair of gloves like this. And immediately we can see that these have different variations. So as you can see, we got blue, we got black, right? We got gray, we got red. And some of the features involved, like with these gloves, are that they have the little touch pads on the fingertips. So it solves a problem. Not only is it an add-on product, but it's also a problem solution, right? And that is a lot of gloves. They're not, nowadays everybody has touch phones, right? Back in the day, not so much. It solves a problem and it makes it easy for people to quickly navigate on their iPhone or their Android or their touch screen, whatever it may be, right? They have some really great pictures here. They have great sizing guides, which are important with products like this. Now, this is going to sell to street bike riders. It's going to sell to Harley Davidson, chopper style riders. Phenomenal, phenomenal pictures that they have here. It has ventilation for your hands, because when you're wearing gloves like this all day long, it can be like really hot and really uncomfortable, right? And this right here would be a product that we could use to double dip with, right? So ideally what we would do is we would start taking notes, right? So let's just come down here to the very bottom. It's back when I'm showing you last week, the Phantom campaigns, okay? And so what we're gonna say is our main niche product is gonna be the skull mask, okay? So our main niche product is gonna be the skull mask. Not the skull mask, but the skull mask. All right, so skull mask. All right, then our main target audience is going to be bikers, biker clubs, meaning people that ride motorcycles, like motorized bikes, okay? So this is going to be our target audience. This is who we're trying to hit. And we know that we have a niche product that they may be interested in. And we know that we have an audience here that hits. I mean, I showed you the targeting last week. If you just simply go watch last week's replay, you'll see the targeting. I thought about not releasing the replay because I gave away so much, but I went ahead and released it anyways. All right, so that's our main niche product. Now, we're selling that for $9.95 to about $10.97. It just depends. Okay, so this is how much money we stand to generate from each sale. But we found that the product had variations, right? So the product had something called variations, which means colors, designs, so on and so forth. So typically what we would expect from a product like this one over here, if I go back, is we would expect people to come in and maybe buy two, right? We would expect that people may say, I'm gonna buy the skull one, but I'm gonna buy my buddy this one over here, or I'm gonna buy my spouse this one right here, because a lot of spouses ride together, right? So typically people buy them in twos. And this is why my average order value with these was more in line with that $20 range, because people would typically buy two. Okay, so product had variations. All right, so this means customers are more likely to buy a second variation of the product for a friend, for a spouse, just as an additional option. Okay, whatever the reason may be, when you have product variations, which I've been teaching since 2015 as a very, very, very important piece of the puzzle, this means that you have more potential to make more money. Now, because of these product variations, now what we're really looking at in terms of the amount of money that we hope to generate from a sale is being more in line with, we'll just say, $10.97, because that's what we were selling at, times 2, it's $21.94. Okay, so we're looking at a potential AOV, average order value, of, what was that, $21.94, was it? Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right, so that's our potential. Like, for the most part, selling a mask like this, that's the potential average order value if you're selling it as a niche product to bikers. Now, if you're selling it as a product to people that are trying to buy masks for health reasons, they might buy 10, right? That's where the game changes a little bit on this specific campaign. Like I said, last week. This is a Phantom campaign that we brought back from the dead, right? So this is a campaign that we feel is going to be super hot. We're reviving it. It was crushing it at one point, and then it died out a little bit. And so what we do is we will destroy for quite some time, and we'll let it die out, right? And once it dies out, we give it a rest, and then we revive the campaign and we turn it on again because we have more new customers on Facebook. Because every day people buy a motorcycle. Every day people become a grandparent or whatever. You always have new customer generation happening in the world every day. So our potential average order value on this really is about $21.94 plus shipping, right? So you have to remember, if you're selling at retail, you probably add on some shipping and handling money for that. So this is great. This is phenomenal, right? This is exactly what we did. This is exactly where we were, and you could see it if I come back over here to this screenshot here, just selling products like this right here. We were in that position where we were making a lot of money, but we were stuck in that $20 range because the product that we were selling was so cheap that even if people bought 2 or 3, they still were not spending more than $30. You want to get people to spend more money. So you want to spend as less money as you can on traffic, and you want that traffic to convert into high average order value sales. Write it down. I want you to, type it in the chat box right now. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna review this. So I want you to type in average order value, AOV. The number one thing that people forget when they become successful with the product is optimizing for average order value with complementary items, with upsells, with cross sales. Now, what is a cross sell? Let's talk about that, because cross sales and upsells are what got me here, right? That's what got me here, is being able to cross sell products to customers. So let's come back over here to our notes. Okay. And so what we're going to be looking for is important, all right? Cross sell items. You want to look for and you want to find products that work as a complementary item, aka a cross sell, okay? So cross sell items. Now, what is a cross sell item? My veterans know this, but so this is an item that may complement the main item a customer is purchasing, hence increasing the potential average order value of each customer shopping. Okay, so a cross sell will complement, right? It will complement whatever somebody is purchasing, and it will increase the potential average order value of every customer that is on your store, right? So what's our cross sell item going to be? Another profit point. Find 2 cross sell items. All right, so a profit point that I like to hit is, don't just find a 1 item, right? You want to find 2 items, 2 items that people could potentially be interested in as a cross sell. Does everybody got that? Just type in got it. Just type in got it if you're with me on this. All right. So here's what we did, okay? So item number 1. Item number 1 is going to be the biker gloves, right? Now, the biker gloves solve a problem of safety. I'll fix that spelling later. Solve a problem, touchscreen phones, and also solve a problem which is comfortable because it has ventilation, And they also just simply look cool. All right, these are all benefits. These biker gloves, I would say that they solve the problem of safety, because if you were to fall or scrape your hands or whatever, it eliminates the potential of sweat, so you are less likely to slip on the throttle. So biker gloves are very, very common. You'll see most bikers, especially street bikers, wearing biker gloves, right? So let's highlight this in black, and then we'll make the text over here green, okay? So biker gloves, they solve a problem, and that is problem safety, touchscreen phones, comfortability, and they just simply look cool. Now, how much could we sell these for? I would say that we could sell these for $19.99, all right? So the price point that we could sell these at is $19.95. Okay, it's green. And that's gonna be added on top of, right, the skull mask, right? So we know that, hey, most people are probably gonna buy 2 skull masks, right? That's just what we saw, is a lot of people were buying 2. But at the lowest point, $10, people are just gonna buy 1. All right, well, by going in and finding these epic looking biker gloves right here, which are right on AliExpress.com, we were able to solve a problem, which the face mask also does, get something that looks cool, add in some benefits, and they're $6. We can mark them up to 20. So we've got some hot profit margin built in to this particular item. So with this item, our average order value, right, increases from $21.94 to, so our AOV is going to potentially be, where's my calculator at? I'll just use my phone. So from $21.94, 21.94 plus $19.99, that's $41.93, okay? So our potential AOV with the bundle is going to be, let's look at this, $41.93, okay? $41.93. All right, so this is what our potential bundle AOV price point would be. Now, what do I mean by bundle? All right, so what I mean here is that if people buy, if they come in, obviously they're coming in, your main pool, your main product that's getting people into your store is that viral mask. I mean, that mask is like mad, it hits, trust me, okay? Try it for yourself, it hits. And when people get to your store, right, and they see this mask, inevitably they're going to shop around, because most of my students have learned the power in having flexible stores that sell more than one single product, right? I know that you got a lot of gurus out there, and gurus preach of these one product stores and glorify having one product on your store and making millions. They do that because it sounds cool and it sounds easier, right? But the fact of the matter is, if you run a one product store, then you're leaving a boatload of money on the table. Here's a little case in point for you, okay? So my friend, Josh Snow, started this company right here. They're a $100 million company. They operate on Shopify. As a matter of fact, if you're in my ecom digital mastermind, later on, as you get through it, you will run into a mastermind session that I did with Josh Snow. And he owns a teeth whitening service, right? He started out with a viral product. His viral product was a teeth whitening kit, right? And so they made ridiculous amounts of money just selling a teeth whitening kit. So one product store, Snow Teeth Whitening, that's what they sell. But he quickly started realizing that he was getting so much volume. He's a smart guy. He started doing the math, and he said, you know what? if each customer that came in here and bought our teeth whitening kit, bought a complimentary item to our teeth whitening kit, then we would potentially double the amount of money that we make, right? So what did he do? My buddy Josh, a smart guy, he started adding in complimentary items like teeth whitening wands, okay? So teeth whitening wands is just a little cheap stick pin that I guess helps desensitize your teeth, all right? He now is doing lip care. Yes, his teeth whitening company is now selling lip balm, and they legitimately sold out of this the first day that they put it up on their store. And you'll notice his store isn't even like this beautiful, fancy looking store. What it is functional. It's designed to make money, right? Then they got the charcoal floss because, hey, if you care about whitening your teeth, you might want to put some charcoal in your mouth and floss your teeth. Your boy sells boatloads of this stuff right here, okay? And then he upgraded to a more, he added recently like a more expensive teeth whitening kit on there. But you can see they have the serum, they have the wands, they have the lip care, and they have the charcoal floss. These are additional products, right? They're complementary products. I went here and I bought some teeth whitening stuff off of his store. I bought everything. I even bought the charcoal lip floss. I bought it all. I mean, I got every single thing because I was like, oh, you know, this makes sense. It goes with this, and it's going to make my teeth whiter. And this is going to help keep them white. And this right here is going to, well, I'd like for my teeth to be cleaner. So let's try out this stuff here. And, you know, my lips get chapped sometimes, especially when I whiten my teeth, because when you're whitening your teeth, oftentimes you're not breathing normally because you have some big mouthpiece in your mouth, and so your lips get dried out. So the lip balm just makes, I just bought it all. I spent hundreds of dollars on a store, right? That's the idea. So we're talking about a little face mask here, but I want you to think about how the big brands are doing it and how you can apply these strategies to your business to make more money. How do you do that? You duplicate the system. It doesn't have to be the product. The system is what works. You apply the system to any product and to any website, and the system does what it always does. It does what it's designed to do, and that is to get people to spend more money while they're becoming your customer on your e-commerce store. So part of that system for us with this campaign, while maybe not as complex as a wireless teeth whitening kit or a special serum that desensitizes your teeth, for us with this particular campaign, right, it becomes an additional product over here, like these biker gloves that people would use while they're biking, right? They're hot and they're ready, right? So while they're hot and ready on your website, show them all sorts of cool stuff applicable to the niche that they're buying for, right? Now, so this is number one. Now, we've got two apparel pieces, right? We've got the face mask, we've got the gloves. So two things that they're wearing. So there's two other options that you can take here in terms of moving forward and getting that second complementary product that would hit with this campaign. And then we'll also make sure that we talk about how you present these products. How do you sell these products to people, okay? So number one is, right, you could go as far as selling helmets, okay? But that's going to be a much bigger purchase. What you really want to do is out of the gate, you want to find stuff that is really simple for them to just add to their cart. They don't really got to think about it. It's just at this point, you're increasing that average order value. So what is something that's not mega expensive that you can get them to add to their shopping cart as the third product? So if we come back over here and we go, let's just go here. Yeah, let's go right here. We could type in motorcycle, accessories. Okay, so we have gear shifters, we have chain cleaners, we have chin holster brackets, we've got mirrors, we've got keychains. So there's a lot of different things here. So when you don't really know what to choose, one of the best things to do on AliExpress is to sort by orders, okay? So this is gonna sort everything by things that have been, how many items have been sold in this particular listing. So the spoked protector wrap skin trim covers will, I'm not exactly sure what these are, but they've sold 1,512 of these. I personally haven't sold these, so I want to put that out there. I'm just doing some research with y'all. So what do these do? I'm not a biker, I have no clue what these do. Doesn't matter. They've sold 1,500 of these and there's 658 reviews. So apparently what these do is they add a design to your bike. So you could put these around the spokes on your rims, and it will protect the spokes, and it'll also, I guess, look cool, right? So if you look right here, you can kind of see what people are doing to their bikes. I'm not sure if these are as applicable to like a Harley Davidson, because I don't know exactly if the wheels on all these different types of bikes have the same type of spokes on them. So that is something to take into account. But let's scroll down here and let's look at the reviews, okay? Because these kind of look more like dirt bikes, just from looking at the shocks and everything on them. But let's look at the reviews, okay? And it's also great when you can sort reviews by, okay, English and customer reviews right here. With images. There was at one point, yeah, there's no photos, no photo reviews. So I really like to use the photo reviews, but check this out. The product is satisfactory. It came in a combined cargo with other orders. 21 wheels are slightly longer than necessary. So this is where you're going to find out where people's problems are or what the major benefits are. I don't know if I would totally add that as my second complimentary product, but it looked interesting. Now, as we scroll down here, we see some more products that could be potentials for us. Now, what I like right here is the motorcycle bike chain cleaner. Now, this particular vendor has sold over 3,288 of these. So if you were to ask me what product is better as another complimentary item, is it the one that sold 1,500 items, or is it the one that sold 3,288 items that we know is going to be more applicable to any bike rider? I would say this one right here. Now, I do wonder why this is only 1 penny. New user bonus. It's one, I've never ever seen anything that like 1 penny, but the shipping is $4.71. So like I said before, the other product that people were buying, both of those products are apparel, right? At some point, you're done getting gear for yourself, right? Now you're thinking about your bike, right? So what you could do here is say, hey, why don't you add in this bike chain cleaner right here? So keep your motorcycle chain clean, so it's going to look shiny. It's going to probably make it much last longer. And people are all about making their bikes mega shiny. We're going to go here and look at reviews. They've only got 2% 1-star reviews, 88% 5 stars. So we can start going down here. I always like to sort by photos first. Arrived quickly, impeccable, well finished. Thank you to the seller. Thank you, very, very happy. We can click on these photos and we can see that actually does look like a quite nice product. The packaging that it's come in. And so this would be that additional item that I would say, let's add to our Shopify store. Now we're getting this for 1 cent. And it says new user bonus is typically $2. So what I would do is I would, for something like this where I don't know how much it should cost, what I typically would do is I would grab this link here or the name of it, and I would do a little bit of spying on Amazon. And you're gonna find the cheapos on Amazon too, right? But you'll find that there are similar products for sale, and we're looking at some of them being $8, $9, $10, $17, but it looks like those kind of come as a bundle. And just because it's selling on Amazon for $7 does not mean that you have to sell it for $7. Of course, you could still profit at $7 with this particular vendor that we found. Remember this, okay? People, while they're in the midst of adding stuff to their cart, it's convenient for them to go ahead and buy it from you, then go somewhere else to save $2 or $3. Also, if they're buying two things from you and they're like, okay, well, I probably can get this bike thing for about $5 cheaper if I go over to, Amazon and get it. They're thinking, but Amazon's going to charge me a shipping fee. So now I'm paying shipping for this order over here, and I'm paying shipping over here on Amazon. Does that make sense? Just say yes if that makes sense to you. Yes, 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 yes. So like, let's say they're looking at this one for $9.99. They're going to have to go in and they're going to have to pay shipping and handling on this product. So it's $10 is what they have it listed at. Let's go to the checkout and let's see how much they are charging for shipping. I'm not logged into my Amazon account. Let's just assume that it's going to be $5. So essentially, the shipping on this particular product here will probably be added in $4 to $5. So it's $15. So how much could you get away with selling this for, where you're still offering people good value, but you have good profit margins built in? Well, if you're getting it for a penny and you're literally just paying for shipping and handling right here, you've got $4.71. I would legitimately just sell this thing at like 10 bucks, 10 to 11 to like somewhere between 10 and $12, like 11.97 or whatever. And really what you could do if you wanted to make it like really appetizing for someone, and this is where you start thinking like a marketer here. These brushes, like they're not, eventually they're going to wear out. So people are going to want multiples. Would you agree? Yes? Yes, yes, yes. So what you could do is you could set up a product to where you give people two of these brushes, right? So two of these brushes, and you charge them $15, right? $15, $16. Chances are, let me explain myself. When you come to this vendor here and you say, hey, I want you to send two of these products in my order, they're not going to charge you two shipping fees if they're mailing both products to the same address. It's not like me saying, I want this marker shipped over here and I want this marker shipped over here, so I have two shipping and handling payments. What I'm saying is I want both of these markers, right, shipped over there. So there's only one shipping and handling charge. So most of the time with vendors here, if they're shipping a product to multiple of the same product to the same address, what they'll do is they won't charge you extra shipping. They'll just charge you for the product. Now, what would they charge you for the product? This is a penny. It's probably not going to stay a penny. Typically, the product is $2.08. So what you would do is you would present this on your store is get two bike chain cleaners, one and a backup for $15. You know that out the door, it's going to cost you about $6 to $7. So now you're picking up another $8 in profit. You could probably work out a deal with this vendor here to where they do like three and they don't charge you any extra shipping. And if it's only one penny, right? Now you're adding value, you're increasing the amount that you could charge people for these, and you're picking up another $15 for an average cost of $5. So you're adding about $10 to your average, $10 to your profits. So let's jump back over here and let's talk about second product that we put on as a cross sell. Okay. Item number 2 is going to be a bike chain cleaner. It's going to solve a problem, and a feature is, or benefit, your bike looks shiny. I don't know which way it's spelled. Your bike looks super clean. So you don't have a gritty, looking dirty chain. Your chain is looking clean. So it's going to solve a problem, right? Which is keeping the chain clean, which you do need to do on a bike. And a benefit is also if your chain's clean, your bike is going to look nicer. All right, so where price point that we're going to be for these, I would say let's bundle up 2 and sell them for 15 bucks. So I would say let's toss these bad boys in there for $14.95 for 2 for a dual pack, right? And that means that now your average order value is going to go up from $41.93 times, oh, not times. Y'all know I'm terrible at math. 41.93 plus 14.95. Okay, 56.88. If you were to do it just like this, 56.88. Now your average customer is coming in and potentially spending 56.88, and on top of that, someone might buy, right, an additional set of these for their spouse, for their spouse, their partner, their bike club, whatever. So you do have the potential that someone will come buy 2 sets for $30 and say, hey, I saw these, they're a really good deal, so I got you one, right? I do this for my friends all the time, and then I see stuff that maybe my wife would like that I'm buying for myself, and I'm like, yo, I got you one too. I don't even know if you want it, but I got you one because, you know, I thought it was cool or I thought that it was nice. And so this is going to happen, and your average order value could bump up to about 71 bucks if they bought 2 packs of this, right? So that's huge, right? And if we go back to my screenshot over here, you're going to see it actually kind of lines up, just coincidentally, the math lines up, where we go from that average $20 area up to about the $70 area for average order value, right? If we do a really good job of presenting these and getting people to buy the pack, getting people to buy multiples, getting people to buy all 3 things. Does that make sense? Just say yes, 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 yes. Okay, so we know that we now have some additional products that we can add on there. Now you can choose different products if you want to. These are the ones that I would choose. Item number 1 is biker gloves. We're going to sell those at $19.99. You're probably not going to have, I mean, look, if they have, again, a spouse, you know, then they'll probably potentially buy a set for their spouse, right? But I don't know, like, if you're gonna find that your average biker is like, yo, I saw these gloves and I thought you might like them, so I bought you a pair too. Probably not gonna see that, but you will see them go to the face masks, and you'll see, you'll probably see some bikers say, yo, I saw these insane face masks, and I thought that they would be sick if we were both riding and we were wearing these. We just look awesome, like, you know, driving down the road, right? So it actually, in their mind, could be a benefit to have their friends or their group or whatever also wearing these masks, because it's going to look awesome when the whole posse is driving down the street on their bikes wearing these masks. I mean, that looks cool, right? Not so much going to be the situation of, yo, let's all wear blue gloves. See what I'm saying? So you will have people buy multiples of this. You will probably not have people buy multiples of this unless it's for their partner or spouse. And then for the chain thing, you might find that someone's like, yo, these were a really good deal, and we work on our bikes together all the time, so I just got you a quick pack, right? So you might see that situation happen. So you might have some people buy multiples of these, or just buy multiples as backups, because it's going to be something that they'll need to replenish, right? You're not really going to have to replenish gloves all that often. You're not going to have to replenish the mask all that often, but this you might have to replenish more often than the other items, right? Because it's going to get dirty. The wires and the brush may bend, and it's just, you know, if you want to keep your bike clean, you probably want to be using cleaner, better brushes that aren't worn down. So this could be something that ends up being really epic for us, right? So the next thing that we want to do is on our Shopify store is we want to position these things as products that people see while they're shopping for the mask. So let me just jump over here to our Gear Grabber store real fast. It's our little example store. Okay. All right, so how do we do that? All right, well, there are a couple of different ways that you could do it. So an example would be if I come over here to cat lover stuff, I know people are interested in cats, and we click on this gold cat necklace right here, all right? You'll notice that right underneath the add to cart button, it's gonna suggest that we add these other products to the cart. How many of you in here would agree that this would be a phenomenal place to have your cross sales, where they could just easily fall in someone's cart and be added to their cart? Just say yes. Okay, right? So there are two ways to do that. Number one is custom coding on your store. Number two is with an upsell app. If you're using one of my, if you're using Optimize Upsell, which a lot of you have, and I'll probably re-release again in November before the holiday season. But if you have Optimize Upsell, it's a sick product that can do that among many other things for you. You can custom code cross sales to be there. The theme that you use may have that particular option built in, but it's a great way to cross sell people, right? Come back over here, because there are themes that have cross sells built in at the bottom, right? So some themes will show them down here at the bottom. You can also put in the, you can put it in the description here in text. We also recommend this chain cleaner. We also recommend these ventilated protective gloves, right? So these are all things that you'll want to do. But as a cross sell specifically on the product page, you'll notice that there's no cross sell on here, on this cross, right? So you want to find a way to get people to, when they are shopping for something, right, it shows cross sells down here, because if you don't, then you're losing money. Again, you don't have to have Optimize Upsell, which is a higher end software to do cross sells. A lot of themes will actually have that built in, and we'll go over some of the other themes that I like in the future as well. The second way to have the cross sell is to have it custom coded in. The third way to have the cross sell is to have it in an email autoresponder. So that's the third way. So when somebody buys the product, they immediately get hit with an email with discounts for the complimentary products. But ideally, you would get them to buy that stuff up front. So the best way, without using the software, without using custom coding, to do this and achieve this is to send people to what's called a collection page, okay? So we're advertising that skull mask, right? And instead of sending people directly to the sales page, and I've made a lot of money doing this, by the way, instead of sending them directly to that page, we would send them to a page like this, which is, this one's cat lovers, but it would be for tactical gear or biker gear. And the number one product that's right here would be that product that we're featuring in our ad, which is the skull mask, right? And we wouldn't have a lot of products, right? You don't want to send them to a page where they can scroll through a bunch of stuff, right? You want to have like 2 or 3 products. That's it. So they click your ad to go to the skull mask, but they end up on a page like this where they could clearly see the skull mask. Like, oh, I can go buy the skull mask. Okay, done, right? But they are also going to see next to it 2 other complementary products. So it stands to reason that they're going to open this in a new tab and open this in a new tab. And now they have seen what you have to offer, and it's embedded in their brain that these offerings are available that make sense for them. And so it's still an effective way to cross sell. Does that make sense? Yes? Because look, in order to get cross sales like underneath your add to cart button, you just have to do custom coding or you have to have the software. Again, if you have optimize upsell, I advise you to be using the cross sell feature in there. It's called a bump upsell. You know, that software is not cheap. So I'm not saying everybody has to go buy that software. I'm not even going to give you a link to buy that software. Most of you already have it. But there are softwares that will do cross sales only and specifically, right? And then there are the people that use what I just showed you how to do, that just send their customers to a collection page, but it is a micro collection page in that it only shows people the 2 or 3 products that they know are popping off in that niche. So people don't get distracted by decision paralysis and they see the options and they're more likely, right, to add all of those options to their shopping cart. That's how it's done. This is called double dipping, triple dipping on your profits, embedding in people's brain that there are other things there they might want, even though they clicked on something else, and getting them to buy it, albeit from a collection page, being it from my optimized upsell software or another app that may do it. But a lot of the apps that I tried before I built my own, they would break my store. So they would mess up my add to cart button and kill my conversion rate. So just be very, very careful. Anytime you edit coding and install these apps that aren't really designed by marketers, they don't always work like they're supposed to, and they would crash our entire store. So if you're thinking, oh, I'll just go get a quick little app, I'm telling you right now, when you get a lot of volume to your store, if it's not designed to work properly, it will screw everything up, right? So you're better off either having a high-end software to do it, doing custom coding to do it, or sending people to collection pages. I think step one, before you do anything, if you don't have optimized upsell, is use collection pages. Simple as that. It's what I've done for a long time. I still do it to this day. I still do it, but I also use my optimized upsell software. Okay, and just again, mind you, if there's some cheap little app that's out there that will do that, I'm telling you, you're screwing around with your add to cart button. When we start screwing around with your add to cart button, you got to be really careful, because it could disappear on some people's mobile devices and screens because code doesn't work. This code that's getting this stuff right here is complex, and that it's designed to work on different themes. It's designed to work and always show up without affecting the customer's ability to buy the main product. I'm not trying to scare you. My job is just to tell you what the struggles I have been. I've experienced, and that was a struggle, and that's why ultimately I designed my own, right? So I just knew that it would work. But I would say starting out, send people to a micro collection page. So don't have 1,000 products here. Have the skull mask, the biker gloves, the chain cleaner. That's it, okay? That's it. And you'll see that people are going to double up. I promise you, if you're making sales, people are going to double up and triple up with other complementary items, okay? So, and yes, we will talk about additional themes later on. There are some other cool themes out there other than the supply theme that I've used. So we'll talk about those in future webinars for sure. All right, that said, I hope everybody enjoyed tonight's training. I hope that you enjoyed going through last week's notes on phantom products, to relaunching this 120K product here. And this week, not just how to make money off that product, but how to start thinking about variations, how to start thinking about cross-selling complementary items, and how to find items that make sense, like having something that is apparel that people can wear for protection, something that people can wear to look cool, and then something people can use to maintain their beloved bike, which they're obsessed with, because you don't buy a motorcycle unless you're obsessed with biking and riding. It's a passion. That means people are going to buy stuff to help them better experience that passion and take care of the thing they're passionate about. All right, so next week, I got something really epic I'm going to show you. I got something special I'm going to go over with everybody, and I'm really excited about that. So make sure that you're on next week's webinar right here on the Profit Power Hour, same place, same time, 9 p.m. EST, every single Tuesday for completely free training. These are not sales pitch webinars. They're just be showing you what I do in my business to make more money, hoping that you duplicate these strategies. Everybody jump over to our Facebook fan page, which is gonna be right here at facebook.com/Adrian Morrison official. In about 2-3 minutes, I'm gonna go live and I'm gonna give away some cash money. So you gotta get off this webinar, go to my Facebook fan page. I will see you there. I will be live, and then I'd love to get your feedback in the comment section of my Facebook Live video, and I'll choose a random winner to give away some cash prize money to. I hope that y'all enjoyed this campaign. I'm gonna go ahead. I am going to shut my camera down. There will be a replay of this, so don't worry if you didn't get part of this. You'll be able to go back and rewind, fast forward, pause, play, whatever you want to do. I love you all. I'll see you on my Facebook Live. I hope you enjoyed tonight's Profit Power Hour, and I will see you next week, same place, same time, for more epic free training on how to crush e-commerce as we move into the most profitable part of the year, and that's the holiday season. All right, I'll see you all on Facebook, y'all. Have a great night.